Previously on Two Elves and a Dwarf.
Rest up there. Stealing a horse and cart.
Well, no. They're already going to be suspicious.
Why?
Why?
Nobody know nothing about nothing.
Except for that, the elder and 4 guards came out to my property and never came back.
And some legs.
That's fine. I bet a few individuals would be happy about that.
Yeah. Few individuals here, not a few individuals at the capital.
Also true.
Yeah, that's too far away.
How'd they get here then?
Nothing's too
Lots
far
of
for
walking.
Alistar.
Okay. All in favor of setting up shop a few miles down the road in the forest, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Fine. Yes.
Outnumbered.
Okay.
I raise Eby's arm. Hoof.
Ebby's?
Oh yeah, Ebby, sorry.
Ebby's on the slate with...
I know, I raise Ebby's goat arm and Ebmer's arm. And... Aye! So it looks like we're tied. It's like we're at a standstill.
It's a good old Chester.
These two are coming with me. Just kidding.
Have them.
You guys are about like 4 miles outside of town at this point, and you guys are just exhausted. And laying there after eating some food from your rations and drinking from the clear stream, you start to hear something screaming coming from inside the cave. And as you guys approach back in the cave, you see Ebmer twitching and howling, and then he sits straight up, bolt right, his eyes wide, and he is comprehensive and looking around and is just shaking. Okay, so the last thing that you can remember, Ebmer, is after striking the guard with your axe and lobbing off his head, the whole room explodes and you lose consciousness.
That's pretty dope.
So, where we take off from here is you're falling in a white space, completely surrounded by this fog. And as you're falling, there's no ground below you. There's nothing, you're just falling. After what seems about an hour of this just happening and falling, the butterfly feeling has gone away. You land with a thud, but on your feet, and you're just kind of floating on like this pedestal, surrounded by this white mist and fog. As you start floating, you quickly realize that you don't really have control over your body, kind of like in a dream. It's kind of... You can think stuff and you can speak, but nothing, when you try to move your body, nothing happens.
Okay. Okay.
So, as like you're standing here, you start to see something. A road kind of appears. Just as like with a blink of the eye, you just close it and there's a brick road in front of you.
Is it
not yellow?
Oh, dang it.
You can't follow the yellow brick road.
It.
But as your body starts to walk on it, and after about what you can kind of tell being like about a mile, you come to a crossroad. And to the right of you, you see a broken cabin. You see figures huddling around what looks like a body, and you see your body.
Oh no.
And you see your friends. And you see 2 paths. One leading to the right and one leading to the left. The right path goes right past your friends and continues downward on this regular brick road. But to your left, it starts to shimmer and go gold.
So I have to choose which path.
What path? You finally have control of your body.
So I can move now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna. You know what? My friends are fine. They got it handled. I'm going gold.
Right. You're going gold.
I'm going
Okay.
gold. They can handle their biz.
So as soon as you take a step to the left, your right vision fades.
Ooh,
like over
dang
here,
it.
that road disappears. Your friends are gone. And you're following this path, and it leads you through the forest that you're familiar with, that you've grown up with before. And it's like as like you're kind of blinking. Like you're blinking and everything changes. And you come to a great river, and you've never seen this river in person, but you know exactly what river it is because it's the Great River. That's the name of it. It's what separates the high north where you guys live from the Middle Empire.
Okay.
And this river is like the Mississippi. Like, it is huge.
Got big boy river.
It is rolling rapids and quick currents, and you can't swim across it. It's so wide.
I'm a strong swimmer.
Yeah, but there is a single gate and a single bridge that goes across it. On this bridge, so what it is, there's a portcullis that guards the gate, and there's guards on it, imperial flags, you see that.
Okay.
And you kind of just go right through this portcullis. Like, your body just goes right through, doesn't realize the physical matter of it. And you walk and you see about, on this like half a mile long bridge, you see like 50, 60, 70 guards just posted. They seem kind of frantic a little bit, and you kind of realize why. As you walk, you see two figures walking towards you. And for the first time after walking past all these guards, you kind of get a little scared because these figures are staring right at you. And as you pass shoulder to shoulder, they're both looking at you as they're walking. Ooh. And then they go by. These figures are dressed completely in black. You don't see their face. You don't see anything about them. The only thing you can recognize that like stands out among the whole black is a single ring, and it's a red ring. The whole band is red, and it's like shimmering, and you can tell it's magic. And these both figures recognized you and saw you, but you couldn't see them. And they just kept walking. And as they passed guards, and as they passed through this bridge, you could just see fear just surround these guards. Like, they are terrified, these two people. But they hold the ring that you recognize, and you notice that they have swords on their swords on their hip. They're the same swords as the Imperials have. So you know that these two figures are part of the Empire. And then your vision fades again.
That seems no bueno to me. I don't speak Spanish, but that does not seem good.
It's no bueno. And they are heading from where you came. And as you...
Wait, so they're going the way I was?
Yeah, the way you are. So you have left the north.
Okay, I'm gone.
Your body is gone past. You finally reached the other side.
The river.
And it is kind of a lush desert. Desert, a lush forest, still like kind of where it was before. So it's not as evergreen. It's not as like tundra. It's more of like not like a rainforest, but a more subtle forest.
Okay.
You know? It's not as thick, not as brambly.
Yeah.
And you're walking down and you pass city after city after city after city, and it's just like you're going past like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leagues. And you come to another two roads cross your path. One leads to a magnificent city. There is marble walls, which you've never seen before, like 15 feet high, thick marble walls. And there's guards posting up around them. This is a huge, magnificent city. There's a huge cathedral that you can see in there, a huge temple, and like a huge, huge castle. And you've never seen the capital before in your life, but you can assume that this is it.
Okay.
And to your right, you see a lighthouse. It is by the sea. There's a small village there, and there's just a beam of light around it.
A beam of light?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you have glory, what it feels like pulling you to this city, and then a beam of light surrounding this lighthouse and small village.
I want to know what the beam of light is.
Okay. So as you take a step towards the beam of to the road, the other, same as before, fades. It's
Why have we got to do that?
And as you walk, you go through tunnels. Like, you eventually approach this mountain, and it just goes, there's this open tunnel. You recognize the sign that says Sirith. You've never heard that before. You don't know this place.
Okay, good. I thought I forgot something.
And you walk through, and it says Sirith, like 50 miles. So it's like a street sign. And you go through this mountain. It's just a tunnel, and being a dwarf, this is fine. But you just go for 50 miles in the dark.
Love chilling
walk,
in the dark.
Walk, and finally opens up into a cove. And you see this lighthouse and the small village. It looks like it's just smaller than Chester.
Wow.
Your body is almost like pulled directly to the lighthouse. With like a blink of an eye, you're standing up at the top pillar. Where the light is that shines out for the horizon, it's at the ocean. There's a man standing there. He's in a gray cloak. He's looking out at the horizon. He's older. He's got like short gray hair, kind of like Luke Skywalker in the last movie.
Sweet.
So it's not like super long, but it's like
trademark Disney. Thank you for the subscription.
Exactly. And he's just standing there, and as he looks at you, he's just shocked. Like, this is another person that recognizes that you are there, but can't reach you. He goes out to touch you, and your vision fades again. You're standing outside the lighthouse, and there are people are worried in the street. They're freaking out, and you hear marching of suits and armor coming into it. As you look back up toward the lighthouse, you see the same man with gray, and he's got a crest on his chest, like a suit of armor crest. And what it is of 3 staffs. One staff is white, and looks like it's a white oak staff. The other one is black and has like a skull at the end.
Ooh.
And the third one, going in the right direction, is just pure white. No, pure blue. The
Okay.
middle one is white.
Okay.
So blue, white, black.
Blue, white, black. Okay.
Yeah, and they kind of like cross each other. And he looks genuinely concerned for you. And then your vision fades. Your next vision appears, and you're no longer in this white fog. You are surrounded by a vast ocean. You have the sea breeze, and you're smelling it. And for the first time in your vision, you hear a voice that actually talks to you. And it's hard to make out because it sounds like it's like a voice is lost on the wind. And as you turn and look to it, you see like a being of pure wind standing right next to you. She looks down at you and says, "You need to get here. However you do it, you need to get here." And she vanishes. Looking behind.
Quick question: was she a baddie?
You can't recognize her, but she got curves.
But she got curves.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There's like no physical feature, but
there is.
She got curves.
Okay, good.
And looking around your the scene, you see hundreds of people. You see a great city, tons and tons of people walking around. You see that same crest you saw in that person. Like the flags are going, and this island is not part of the Empire.
Ooh.
And for the first time since hearing it forever ago, that you recognize that you are now on the Rawshot Islands with the country that rebels against the Empire. You see a woman standing in a grove, and she's holding a staff, and she's looking directly at you. This person is old. She looks not like super old, but like probably like in her early 60s.
Okay.
And you can just sense like immense power coming from her.
Ooh.
And you see a lot of concern and worry coming from this person, and you see a molten fireball fly over your head from behind you, and you see black sails approaching this island. And with just a twirl of her staff, a tidal wave takes out the whole fleet.
Whoa.
And it sinks into the ocean, and your vision fades. Next you see is you are in a dark cavern. There are small torches that you can see. There are cells everywhere, black cells, and there are just people who are being tortured left and right that you can see. You see a man. And this man has long black hair and blue eyes that you've seen before in your other visions. And he's just smiling, this cruel smile, and looking down at this person who's chained to the floor. And you recognize Parrish, your friend.
My boy Parrish.
He is being stretched on Iraq, and he's just smiling at him. And you hear another thing. Alistar is looking down at Paris and says, I'm giving you the other choice of joining me or die. Join me and the power will be yours. Just tell me where they are. And he's like, I'll never tell you. And the whole room bursts into flames and you just hear screams and screams of pain.
Okay.
Your vision fades from this. You're now falling in the white mist again. And you land in a city. Like a city you've never been before.
Okay.
This city is pretty nice. It's the biggest city you've ever been in. You recognize, like, this city, it's by the ocean, but kind of like the feel of it and like kind of the terrain looking around, it's not far from where you guys are. Like, it looks like this city is in the north. And there's a big barge sitting there. It's got magnificent blue sails. It looks like a shipping barge.
Okay.
And like you see a lot of men on it who are just bringing in barrels and crates and loading it up. And you see a date on the a post, like just.
Are we talking a fruit date?
No, like the day of the.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And you recognize that this is 2 months from now.
Oh snap!
And you see this person. He has a hood on. He's got kind of a red beard, like a small red goatee beardish. He's got black eyes, which is kind of scary. Ooh. And but he has a ring on his finger that you recognize, and it is has the same marking of the 3 staffs. Ooh. He looks around and he finally waves over, and you see 3 of your friends walk onto this boat. And you can hear what he says. He's like, we've got to be safe. They're right on our tails. If we're going to get you to the Rashad Islands and to the rebellion, we need to go now. And they hustle onto the boat, and they take off. Right as, a couple hours later, you're still standing there. You don't know why, as the city is flooded with Imperials. Ooh. Just ransacking the place, killing innocent people. And Alistar himself rides up on a black horse. And your vision reverts back to this boat that your friends just got on. As it's pulling out, you see a pillar of fire explode from miles and miles from where you were before. And it just is a pillar of fire that goes miles high and stays there. And for the first time, you feel anger and wrath coming from this person. And you know that he was this close of getting you guys. And your vision fades.
Ooh. Okay.
And so where you're at now is you're plunged back to where you are in real life. You are standing by your body. It's hunched over. You see Peter punch you in the face.
Damn it, Peter!
And as you speak, he doesn't hear anything. So it's like you're standing here next to your body. And you see this figure appear again. This, the baddie.
The baddie, good.
And she says, do you know what happened to you?
Because I'm a little nervous because she's cute, you know.
So you can always see the outline.
Yeah, no, I know. Okay. It's hard. Life's hard in Chester for a dwarf. Okay,
Life's hard when you're not hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I'm a little nervous, and I say, no. Just like that.
I've given you my gift.
Your who? What now?
My gift from my secret garden.
Are we talking about the same thing? Because I don't think we're on the same page right now.
You felt that surge of power right before this happened, right?
Yes, I do, Lassie.
Look what you did to the house.
That was me?
That was you.
Oh. I knew I was strong, Lassie. I didn't know I was that strong.
You're strong because of me.
I've heard it both ways.
So, I've given you my gift. So, I was taken from the Grand Palace, me and my 3 sisters, and we were to be given to 4 champions to dethrone Alistar and to restore peace back to the land. Eldari hasn't been the same with Alistar living, and for 800 years is just too long for him to be ruling. Well, as we were transported to this city, it was under attack, and everyone was killed. With our last power remaining, we gave up our powers to these orbs, and we transported the city to an unknown location, which you stumbled upon.
Oh.
And so, being the first people we've seen in 800 years, we took a chance. And I don't have long. I can't communicate with you always. I'm shimmering. I'm dying. My power is diminishing as I've transferred it all to you. I've given you the gift of the 4 winds, and you will have to pace yourself with them, as if you overdo it, like it just happened, you end up in the spirit realm with me. Right now, you are dying. And
That's not good.
And if you don't end up back in your body within the next 24 hours, you'll be stuck in here forever, a walking phantom, and your body will slowly die. So, this being said, you need to pace yourself. Just like any muscle, the more you use the gifts of the 4 winds, the stronger you'll get with them.
How will I know how to use them, lassie?
I need you to search out my dear friend. His name is Robert.
Robert.
You'll recognize him.
Does
from
he
the
go by
vision.
Bob?
He does not. If you call him Bob, he'll be very upset.
Does he go by Dick?
You can call him Dick. He's
Okay.
fine with that.
Okay, good.
Robert is a stern man, but he is one of the few agents the rebellion has over here. The rebellion, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, lass.
Have you heard of the Rawshot Islands?
In my vision, lass.
So the Rawshot Islands is where the Order of the Staffs went after the Grand Palace was dethroned, after Alistar took power, and the Order is here to defeat Alistar. That is our main goal, to restore peace. The 3 staffs were founded after the 3 originals. You have Jace, you have Catherine, and you have Ramon.
Are you one of them?
I am not.
Okay, lass.
I am a student of Ramon.
Ramon. Was Ramon a baddie?
Ramon was a dude, but he was.
Good.
And Jace was killed during the Battle of the Grand Palace by Alistar himself.
Whoa.
These 3 were known as the legendary sorcerers. They are the reasons why you now have powers. It's just a small shard of what they had, and they spread it around the world, and ended up with Alistar, and that's how he came to power. They were teachers, they were prophets, they predicted, they taught, they welcomed, they thought all magic should be shared. However they got magic is unknown. But once Jace was killed, Ramon and Catherine fled to the Rawshot Islands and founded the Order of the 3 Staffs. In honor of Jace, they kept him a part of it, and with these 2 legendary beings, they started the rebellion to eventually dethrone Alistar. But after 800 years, their powers diminished even further. After teaching and just being alive for thousands and thousands of years, they're faded. I don't even know if they're still alive. But all I can say is right now, besides Alistar, you and your friends and your companions are the only guardians left alive.
So, lass, my friends have powers too?
They just haven't activated them.
Oh.
No, they have paid the price, and they have given us what we need, and we have tested you, but you just don't remember. For 10 years we tested you, tortured you, and
Lass, why you gotta do me like that?
we had to make sure you were worthy.
Okay.
You survived, and you'll never remember it.
Thanks,
But
I think.
Your friends won't believe a word you say. Maybe they will. I don't know, you know them better than I do.
Huh.
But with this, you have activated yours first, and you have started your path of progression. However, with this being said, you'll be the strongest among them, because you have started before them. You'll need to train them, And as soon as you seek out Robert, he'll be able to help you. He knows our ways. He was never given magic because he's too reckless, but he knows exactly how to teach you. Seek him out, and I believe he's in Sun Bay, which that's what we called it, but I believe you guys call it the Golden City.
The Golden City, aye, lass.
So, go to the Golden City and seek out him. Show him this orb. And she raises her hand in a shimmer of the orb that you have, and he'll be able to assist you. So, you need to take them there. It's not safe. Do you remember the black figures that are heading to you?
Aye, lassie, they gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Those are the acolytes of Alistar. They have been trained personally by him, and he is on the same level as I was and as the two grandmasters, the two originals. So they are not to be messed with. They know where you are. They're on their way right now. Right now they are crossing the gate as we speak. So they could be here within 2 days.
That's not good, lass.
No. If they catch you, they'll either kill you, which would be the better, or they'll take you to Alistar.
Can we not kill them?
You can try, but they have power beyond your imagining.
Damn it, lass. I want some good news.
It's why you need to seek out Robert. He can train you, help you progress with your powers, and eventually you can be up there. I've given you everything I've ever had. You will have power equal to them. You just have to work on it. If you gotta realize that the more you do, like what you just did, you haven't accessed your powers ever before. It killed you, but your life is preserved because of your power.
Oh.
If you didn't have this connection and we just gave you magic and we didn't go through this process and we were actually your teachers, you'd be dead. There's nothing we could do. You need to be careful with what you're doing. And Robert will go more into this with you, but realize that starting out, you don't want to just start moving mountains. When you first start working on a muscle, you want to start slow, ease yourself into it, and eventually build on weight, get stronger. And blowing up a house is definitely not a one-day thing to do.
That's on me, lass.
And seek out Robert, and she starts like shimmering and shaking, and we'll be able to help you out. He'll be able to assist you, but where you need to go, one way or another, is you need to get to the Rashad Mountains. Rashad Islands. They will help you. They will protect you. They'll do everything they can, and most importantly, they need you. The world needs you, or we'll never have another chance like this.
Will I ever be able to talk to you again, lass?
Possibly. I'll reach
if I
out to
die
you.
again?
Yep. Yeah.
I'll try not to talk to you again, lassie.
But I'll reach out to you if I need to. There's other ways I can communicate with you. We are bonded for now until I die. I don't know.
Does that mean that you like me a little bit?
I like you a lot. As long as you get to the islands.
What's your name, lass?
She shimmers. My name is and vanishes.
Oh, dirty.
You're falling again. And you're falling and you're kind of like got a half chub. She was hot.
Oh yeah, I was rather aroused.
And
there's
all of a sudden you see this waterfall, this pond, this stream, your friends, and you plunge through thick rock and you land in your body and you just scream and howl in pain and writhe on the ground. You bolt straight upright and you're panting and you see your friends just shocked by you. What do you say?
You won't believe this, laddies.